Well, I have just arrived at Bonache Chips Center, which is one of the 37 community-based health centers in both the Nkwanta North and South District. And what is happening here now confirms that the education is working. A lady is in labor and has come here to deliver. Labor is always painful. No wonder the midwives are pampering her and doing everything possible to soothe her pain. She is called Martha and she looks restless and insists visiting the toilet. Well, it's a sign that the baby is almost out, so she cannot leave the delivery bed.
Chimbra from Mammy and Timata.
Martha's mother is around and she equally looks restless. Martha has fully dilated and needs all the energy to push at this final lap. She does that and boom, the baby drops. It's a boy and everybody here is excited. Her mom is beaming with smiles and her husband Aliu has just arrived and he's equally excited. The baby came a few minutes after he left here to go and eat.
I come to me parents serious.
Dear Ben Namoniaji.
Oh, mania will Friday, Maniaji from Maniaji. I met my friend one day as one and I tell me the pounds Mania will frown.
Now, Obana Bema.
Bema.
Didn't say, and now Yantunidi.
Yantunidi. They didn't buy it.
And it appears Martha has soon forgotten about those labor pains moments ago.
I come at 3.
Obesa wotre.
Fashion.
I say I won ya cry and Abesa wotre no.
Yeah, and some here phone tino. Fashion.
I don't know here for.
Since I'm real phone and made me show so. Until I'm a pay phone bill.
Until your firstborn.
Fashion.
The point of delivery in our part of the world is gradually becoming synonymous with the war front or a point of no return. Many women get there and die. No midwife or doctor would ever be happy for a woman in labor to die in their hands. So it is always joy for them when there is a problem-free delivery. It is the reason Ms. Aratu Bolanli, the midwife in charge of this CHIP center, is all smiley. Her excitement is also linked to how the indigents are responding to the education on skilled delivery in the community.
The community where we find ourselves, we have realized that some don't come to the facility to deliver, and then the stories we have been hearing afterwards are not the very good news. So seeing a mother who has just delivered successfully, by so doing, she will also take this information back to the community to tell others about the wonderful things that happened here this afternoon. That's why I'm excited. By engaging the men's group and the TBA, we have realized that, like 2015, third year, that's ending of September, total deliveries conducted was 4. Then 2016, as at third quarter, total delivery conducted was 47. By 2017 now, third quarter, total deliveries conducted is 69. So there has been an increment.
Ms. Aratu believes they can even do more and save more lives here if her facility, which serves about 24,000 people, is given a facelift.
Sometimes we end up attending to family planning clients and OPD clients in the same consulting room, which is not ideal. But, you know, to avoid wasting the clients their time, so we don't have any option than to sometimes do the 2 services at the same place. And then, like the maternity units, for instance, if there were to be an A and C case now that I want to examine the client now. Somebody has just finished delivery and then she's lying there, then that client will also come in and then I'll also be attending to that A and C client as well. So you realize that privacy aspect is not well maintained there. So I'll plead. And then as I'm talking to you now, to the rooms just behind me, this is my room and then this is my other colleagues' room. The rest, they are staying in town. And then sometimes, you know, by 6 a.m. or 5:30 a.m., you've woken up to go and take your bath. Maybe clients are here waiting, and they have seen the nurse. The nurse is going to bath and come and enter a room and all that. Sometimes, I hope you understand me. Yeah, and then we need a boiler, like for sterilizing our instrument. But currently, we use a chlorine solution to do high-level disinfecting. But if we should get a boiler, it will also help us. And then generator.
These problems cut across in all the CHIP centers in this part of the Volta region.
As one senior professional said, if a woman walks to our facility alive, it is our duty to make sure that she lives alive.
This is a vow health officials in the Volta region have made. They also agree that one death is too many, and so they have adopted a number of strategies to saving the lives of especially pregnant women, all in their quest to ensuring that none of the women who now have confidence in skilled delivery are disappointed or lose their lives when they go to deliver. Here in Nkwanta, the social media chatting application WhatsApp is making this possible. Municipal Health Director Dr. Lord Boatin speaks about how they settled on WhatsApp as an alternative to saving life.
We analyzed the data and then we took the GIS coordinates of where our referral cases are coming from and then the destination. We could tell that about 60% of our patients are coming from distances greater than 31 to 40 kilometers. Some are coming from distances about 80 kilometers. This is what Google gives us. Google doesn't give us the quality of the road, the potholes in the road, okay? So Google says that it takes 120 minutes for someone from the furthest distance to get here. But our data shows that it takes some people about 24 hours, about 12 hours to get here after being referred. If that is the case, then you have to find a way to be able to start management even before they come.
There is a protocol that has been set for these primary health centers. Refer a case above you to a higher facility for immediate intervention. And the WhatsApp application has become their means of referral, where directions are also given by experts on how to manage a situation before the patient arrives at the referral point. Dr. Kwekua PJ, the acting medical superintendent of Nkwanta South Hospital, says the impact has been great.
Immediately you have a case that is beyond you, you take a picture of the referral, then you upload it on the WhatsApp page so that the facility will be prepared to wait for you. And we have an idea about the distance between where the patient is coming from so that we can follow up. So we've had cases that people have been referred to the hospital and they never came. But because we are in constant touch on WhatsApp, the referring facility got to know that the people didn't come here. So they followed up, and after a day, they realized that the person had rather gone home. So in this case, they went back to the person and advised the person to come. So the next day, the person arrived. In the past, this person would have been lost to follow up because the referring facility would have assumed the patient was with us, and we would have not known that somebody had even been referred to us. So now we get to chase and we get to track them. So if you don't come, somebody is sent to your home to go and find out why you are not coming. If there's a need for them to bring you, they will bring you with their own car. When you come here, then you'll be asked to pay for the transportation later.
All the sub-district health teams and health staff are on this platform. Dr. Lord Boatin says it has drastically cut down on delays.
So you don't get here and then you are told that the doctor is not around, the anesthetists are asleep, the nurses are not there. By the time you come, there's a medical team waiting for you. And the patients were so happy to see that I'm referred to a hospital. And when I get there, someone is waiting for me like the president is coming, I'm rushed to theater. The response time, this feedback, the patients go back and say that, and for us, this is the kind of engagement that we want to have with our community.
In one of the deprived communities here in the Nkwanta district called Gabonwili, health officials manning the CHIP center with the help of WhatsApp recently saved the life of a pregnant woman. The road to that town is so bad that no vehicle wants to ply that road. Motorbikes are what they depend on. It is a cold community because of the many mountains around and its proximity to the Volta Lake. It has a rocky environment and their mud thatch roof buildings are far from one another. I meet two nurses, Richard Noel and Paulina Dogbazi, who used the WhatsApp platform to save that pregnant woman. Esther Zagodo reported with severe abdominal pains, and they tried all they could, but the pain would just not go away. Apparently, it was ectopic pregnancy.
I explained what ectopic pregnancy to her, that this case cannot be managed here unless I refer her to Nkwanta to go and do scan. If they go and the scan show that it's not ectopic, whatever it is, they will treat her. So she agreed on it. We have a page, a WhatsApp page, that if you have any case concerning maternal health, you put it on the page before you refer the client. So that's what I did. I just pasted the referral form on the page. So it was there before they go to Nkwanta.
But here in Gabonwili, the ability to refer a dying patient via the WhatsApp is dependent on the availability of network. The community has one of the poorest, and that affects their operations, as Richard Noel explains.
The network, we have to be going to vantage some demarcated areas before we can have access to the network.
Like what?
Like the school park, then the clinic, where the pavilion is in the clinic. That is where you get very strong networks to send informations or likewise receive. So sometimes you have to, I remember I had a rope attached to a bag with a rope attached to it, hanged in front of the clinic entrance. That is where you put the phone, so that if anybody calls you, you can receive it.
So when it rings and you can't leave the phone,
When,
then what do you do?
when it rings, you pick and then you stand at where the bag is hanging. Or else when you move, it goes off.
According to the World Health Organization, poverty and inequity are underlying contributors to many maternal, newborn, and child deaths, and evidence shows that poor households have more than twice the risk of mortality of wealthy households. The 2016 Ghana Poverty and Inequality Report says the northern, upper east, and upper west regions continue to have the highest poverty rate. However, substantial progress has been achieved since 2006 in the upper east region, as poverty has dropped from 72.9% in 2006 to 44.4% in 2013. The poverty levels there affected maternal health as well. Maternal mortality used to be very high some years ago, as Dr. Koku Awuno-Williams, Director for Policy, Planning and Evaluation of the Ghana Health Service, reviews. He was the Upper East Regional Health Director for almost 8 years until he was reassigned in 2015.
The figures were bad. I mean, well, when we were talking about maternal mortality at the time, we were only looking at the institutional mortality. What was happening in the communities? I always believe that it's about 3-4 times what's happening in the facility. So issues were more about institutional mortality, where we were ranging from, so we have 100 maternal deaths, institutional maternal deaths in a year. When you calculate, the figure will be very high in terms of ratio. We come down to 90 to 60, And at the time that I was leaving, I believe strongly that we were about 27 deaths in the whole year. So there's a drastic reduction. Mind you, I tell you that mortality maternal in the Upper East region was extremely high. I mean, in the 1990s, we talk about 800 maternal deaths per 100,000 live births.
So this progression continued over the years, and it is now among the best performing regions where fewer women are dying. I am heading to the Upper East region to investigate how health officials there are working hard to reduce the rate of maternal deaths. My visit to a number of communities revealed that here too our wives, mothers, sisters and daughters are dying in the name of culture and tradition.
It's an indigenous community. They are very particular about their culture.
I have come to the